This is how to unlock freedom with just your mind. This right here is you, and your goals are down here. In order for you to get to your goals, you have to take a leap of faith. Now, sometimes leap of faith can be very, very intimidating, which is why you're still currently standing there. You have not jumped yet. I'm gonna tell you exactly what happens if you do decide to jump. If you decide to actually take the leap of faith, jump down, you may think it's like all this destruction, chaos, all these things happening. Oh my gosh, the end of the world. But that's not the case. That's actually your mind playing an illusion on you because the unknown. Now, y'all, I need you guys to understand that the unknown is your best friend. You know why? Because anything can happen inside this reality. As you can see, it is a void, literally a void of infinite possible realities. Now, let's say you didn't actually take that leap of faith. Let's just say you said, nah, I'm gonna just turn around. You dig what I'm saying? Like, forget the leap of faith. I'm gonna just go ahead and turn around. You decide to just walk all the way over here instead and went that way. You know what that's called? Safety. Safety is why you have not accomplished your goals, and which is why you're not where you want to be at. Safety is keeping you away from your goals. Now, I haven't told you guys what's actually here, because coming from somebody that actually took that leap, this is me, y'all. I literally was falling all the way down here, and I got to see what's down here. Now, you haven't jumped yet, so you have no clue. So in this video, I'm gonna talk to you about how your mind is going to determine whether you're going to be successful, not successful. At the very end, if you stick through, you're going to know exactly how to unlock freedom with your mind and how to overcome the fear and stop choosing the safe route, bro. They teach you that, oh, the safe route is how you're going to, you know what I'm saying, be okay. Go to college, go to the military, just go to that job and just play it safe because you don't know what's going to happen. It's still unknown. You don't know what's going to happen yet until you jump and you see it for yourself. Let's talk about the void. The void is the unknown, which is where infinite possibilities and infinite things can happen. And it's beautiful because it's also called the quantum field. What is the quantum field, Dev? The quantum field is literally infinite. It's literally the universe, it's everything, all possibilities. When you go to a job, bro, all you see is one thing. I know this looks like a house, but imagine this is your job. It's also certain. This is one place. Now, you can only see one reality, and that's it. And that's why it's called being inside of a box. When you're not inside the quantum field, which is everything, you're only seeing one reality, which is from you to your job. And that was literally me for about 5 years, really my whole life. Since I was 16, I was working until I turned 23 and I quit my job, moved to Thailand and started actually jumped. Now, yeah, when I quit my job for the first time, I didn't just have everything figured out. I didn't just move straight to Thailand and had $10,000 saved up. No, I took this leap of faith, which is why it's called a leap of faith, because you have to have faith in yourself, your mission, and God to take this leap, because it's scary. It's high, and you're going to the unknown, which is the void. And so therefore, it's called a leap of faith. When I first jumped off of this big cliff, took my leap of faith, y'all, I had $200 to my name. I think I saved up like 2 bands to pay rent for 1 month, and that's it. And I just gave it all to God, literally. I knew I had a platform. I knew how to edit videos. And I said, okay, cool. If I'm gonna be in survival mode, because usually what happens is you're in survival mode when you work a job. Every single day, you use all your money to pay your bills, to eat, to survive. It's not enough for you to actually be comfortable and travel the world and actually live out your dreams. It's just enough for you to pay your bills, eat, do what you want to do real quick, maybe go down to the movies, maybe go out clubbing, whatever you do, and that's it. That gives you a certain reality, because at least you know every 2 weeks you're getting paid. At least you know that all I gotta do is show up to this specific location, and that's it. It sounds good, but it's not. You know why? Because it keeps you in this box and it blocks you out from the void. Now, the void, y'all, is actually where all your dreams lie, which is why at the beginning of this video, I said unlocking freedom starts with your mind. Because what happens is, let's say you know what I'm saying, you didn't go to the job and you say, you know, I am going to take a leap of faith. I am going to see what happens next. And yeah, by the way, I'm not telling you to quit your job right now if you don't have a plan. Obviously, if you want to learn exactly how I did it and you want the full blueprint, I have a full free 7-day program. Go down the link in the description. Click the only link down there. It's going to take you straight to my free 7-day program teaching you how to make videos, digital products, and more. But right now, we're going to talk about you're taking this leap of faith. So let's put you back on this cliff, man. In the first reality, we talked about you walking away. But what if you actually jumped into the void? Because a lot of y'all haven't. So I'm gonna put different things that you will see inside of the such scary, unknown void that you are so afraid of. So let's start here. Dreams accomplished. It's not certain at first, but you go to a survival mode, but you're not in survival mode because of your job anymore. You're in survival mode for yourself. If you have no other way to pay your bills, you have no choice but to learn how to do business, how to learn sales, start up that online business, post that YouTube video, things that you've been stalling doing. This is gonna force you to do it because you still have survival mode. Our brains are literally have a built-in mode in us. So when if you get to a point of survival, it will do anything to survive. Now, when you have a job, that is the thing. You go to work every single day, even if you hate it, even if you're sick, even if you would rather not go to work. But if you know for a fact, I have to pay my bills, I gotta take care of my kids, I gotta buy this, I gotta do this, your body will literally force you and give you the strength out of nowhere to go to work anyway, which is why you go to work regardless of how you feel. You might be driving to work saying, I hate this job. You're still going because you're in survival mode. But what if you didn't have that job? What if you just took out all the job altogether? So then you will start to notice you're accomplishing your goals. 2, faith. Your connection with the Most High will intensify by 1,000. When I first quit my job, y'all, and there was times where I didn't know how I was gonna do certain things, God came through every single time. Every single time, which increased my faith in God, which increased my faith in myself, increased my faith in my whole decision in the first place. Because you may have doubt in the beginning of, should I make the right decision? Should I stay at my job? Whatever. Bro, I live in Thailand now. My job, my last day at Tesla, when I quit, when I walked out that building that night, I didn't know what was going to happen next. I didn't know how I was going to make my next couple dollars in the next following months. I didn't know. But it led to where I'm at now, which is in Thailand, free. And my mom lives here. And now I'm living the life of my dreams, literally. So your dreams will get accomplished. Your faith will increase. And you know what else will happen? You will not regret nothing, bro. I promise you, especially if you're young watching this video, bro, this is the time for you to take leaps of faith, to take these risks. When I first quit my job, I'm gonna tell y'all a quick little story. When I first quit my job, I was cool with a couple of OGs at my job where, you know, the old heads I used to talk to. One of them walked up to me. They were like, man, I'm kind of jealous of you, man. I ain't gonna lie. I said, why would you say that, OG? He was like, because when I was in my 20s, man, I should have did these things. I should have took that leap of faith. I should have quit my job. I should have did this. When you have kids, bro, when you have a wife or a husband, sis, or you have mortgage and you have all these responsibilities, you can't just do things like just take leaps of faith out of nothing because you have other people and things attached to you. And if you're watching this video and you do have kids, you do have a mortgage and you do have those responsibilities, but you still want to take the leap of faith and accomplish your goals, it is not too late for you either. You may just got to wait a little bit longer because me, I was able to just quit my job whenever I felt like, you know, I'm going to go all in. That time frame of grinding, you will grow in ways that you couldn't have expected. Ways that you wouldn't have grown if you stayed at that 9-to-5 job, if you didn't take that leap of faith. Working extra hours, staying up late nights, figuring out character development, learning business, learning sales, learning all these things that I know now. There was no incentive because before I had a guaranteed source of income. So why would I sit here for hours and learn these things if I don't have to? And that's just what it was. I was too comfortable. The reason why you don't take a leap of faith is because of comfortability, but comfortability is the thing that's keeping you where you're at right now. And I'm about to tell you guys exactly how to unlock your mind to get to a point where you are okay with taking leaps of faith. You are okay with seeing change. Some of y'all really want to do it. It's just something, there's a blockage. How y'all day going though, family? Y'all doing good? Hope everybody doing good right now watching this video. And if you're here, I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you because you could have been doing anything else. Y'all don't judge my face, bruh. I don't know who this is. Somebody watch this video look just like this though, twin. It's okay, bro. Now, what is the difference between these two people? Can anybody guess what the difference between these two people is? And don't cook my handwriting in the comment section, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't taking no disrespect today. The difference between these two people, this guy has belief, this guy doesn't, but they both have the same life. How can somebody have the same life, but one person's happy, one person's not? I'm about to go ahead and break this down to y'all. I was working at the Tesla factory amongst hundreds of other people, and we all were different people. Just because we had the same job and we came from the same city don't mean we were all the same person. I had belief, everybody else didn't, which is why when I ask questions like, hey bro, how long do you want to stay at Tesla? How long you plan on working here? They'll say things like 10 years. 10 years? Oh, you're crazy. I'm not gonna be here for 10 years. And that's why they were frowning all the time, because they didn't have belief in themselves. They felt like this job was comfortable enough for 10 years where I'll be here because it pays good, you know what I'm saying, benefits, insurance, and things of that nature. So they were always unhappy and they didn't have belief in themselves for anything past that. Now, of course, somebody that's gonna be at this factory that they know they don't like being at, and they say in their head, damn, I'm gonna be here for 10 years. It's kind of like, bro, you're gonna always have a frown on your face. And that leads to bad habits, that leads to doing things like going to clubs on weekends because you're so drained and you work so hard throughout the week, especially if you're working full time, that when you get home, all you wanna do is sleep, play the game, and on weekends you wanna go out and club to have dopamine since you had zero dopamine throughout the entire week. So then this person has non-belief, he's always sad. This person is pretty much, I would call him a floater. Somebody that just floats throughout life without actually accomplishing their goals. Now this person right here has nothing but belief. This was me. Now we had the same life. Keep in mind, don't forget, we all had the same life at the time. We all had the same job, got paid the same money, seen the same people, did the same things. For some reason, I was happier than other people because I knew for a fact I had about, I was working at Tesla for about 1 year. So my 1 year compared to their 10 years, 2 different vibrations, 2 different energies, 2 different emotions, and 2 different mindsets and belief systems. I believed in myself and I knew that one day I would be doing something way bigger and way much more than this factory. You know why? Because I have belief. And that's something that you guys need to do. So the number one thing that I feel like you guys need to adopt is belief. This is going to separate you from the non-believers. This is how you take that leap of faith. You need to be able to look at this cliff and say, you know what, bro? I'm gonna just jump. And you need to jump, bro. You need to jump. But you have to have belief in yourself first or you're not ever going to jump. And I'm not saying jump without any strategy because y'all been working for about 5 years. I worked at Chick-fil-A. I was a busser. I did overnight stocking. I was at a factory. And I went through all these phases and waited until I knew for a fact I was ready to quit. And keep in mind, I've been ready to quit. I was ready to quit my first job, but I didn't just jump until I knew for a fact I was ready. But you know what I did do to make sure I was ready? I worked, man. You gotta work for it, bro. This is terrible handwriting, I get it. But bro, you gotta work. You have to work. You have to work. If right now you feel like I'm not in a position to where I can quit my job, work until you get to that position. Because 5 years are gonna go by regardless. Either those 5 years, you're gonna be working towards your goals, and 5 years later, you're gonna be able to jump and actually accomplish your goals and live in the dream life you have. Or 5 years is gonna go by, you stayed comfortable the whole time, and you're still in the same exact position, which is why you look like this guy. Because 10 years went by, and you're still in the same position. I kid you not, y'all, people in my hometown are still in the same position. It's not me hating on them or hating on nobody, especially if you're one of those people that kind of stayed in the same position for a while. But if you're watching this video, you know for a fact there's something more out there for you, which is why you're even here still. It's because you're like, okay, this resonates. Let's talk about the second biggest thing. So number one is belief. Remember that. Number one is belief. This is a big one. This is a big one. Pay attention, y'all. Stop distracting yourself. And I'm about to write down a couple things that will fall under the line of a distraction. If this falls under you, then you know what you need to do, twin. Number one, this right here is the biggest distraction, twin. You need to leave the huzz alone. You over here focus on, oh, I'm finna go talk to Jessica. Oh, I'm finna go crack Tanya. You need to focus on your goals. You have nowhere near where you want to be at. And I'm gonna give y'all some real game about the huzz. This is nothing but draining your energy. Whether you're about to go do your thing, that is energy release. You're releasing your energy on a huzz. Instead of creating something, following your dreams, doing what you actually want to do. Stop focusing on this stuff and get to the bag. And I'm one of those people that fall for this in the very beginning of my grind. I think about twice after I fell for it, I realized that, you know what, bro, I need to just lock in. Because every single time I went for it, it always leaded me in a bad position, a worse position than I was in before. You feel me? And it kind of brought my energy down because they want attention. They want you to go pull up on them. They want this, they want that. And whenever you try to do something else and actually accomplish your goals, they complain about it because you're not giving them enough attention. At the end of the day, even though you call them the huzz, they're still people. They're still human and they're still females. They're still women. They still want attention. And sis, if you're talking to a dude right now and you have a goal to start whatever it is you want to start, how you gonna ever accomplish your goals if you always being pulled? If your energy is always being pulled, how you gonna have time for yourself? Leave the huzz alone, bruh. What else is a distraction? Clubs. Clubs can be a party. Clubs can be go drinking. Clubs can be you finna just go out and just go to a gas station and drink alcohol. I don't know people actually just do that. But stop going to clubs, bro. What are you celebrating? That's my main question to you is, what are you celebrating? You have not reached a milestone yet. You are nowhere where you want to be at yet. Why are you at a club popping bottles, spending your check on that when you can spend your check on a camera, your check on equipment, your check on a light, your check on anything else but bottles and clubs and drinks just to get your mind off of work? That doesn't make any sense, bro. If you want to get your mind off of work, work so that you don't have to go back to work. Oh yeah, we gotta throw this on here too, bro. And it's gonna hurt some of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm only doing this because I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? You gotta hear this. Weed. Yes. Oh my gosh. I gotta throw away the weed. Twin. Weed is slowing you down, bro. Me and you both know that, twin. Every time you smoke, you get tired, you get lazy, you start to just bullshit, you start to procrastinate. Like, realistically, twin, this is actually, it's probably best that you stop doing this for a little while. I'm not saying stop doing it forever. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is stop doing it until you get to where you want to be. At least hit a milestone. At least celebrate with weed. Don't just do it just because you can. Like, bro, you smoking 3 blunts a day is not helping you out at all. Like, realistically, bro, this needs to go until you get to your goals. Because weed is just slowing you down, and you know it. You try to make excuses. Oh, well, maybe it's making me more creative. No, it's not, bro. It's making you more tired. It's actually slowing you down more. So this is one thing I like to say that kind of like helped me wake up to what weed actually does to you. Your brain is the most powerful computer on this earth. Better than ChatGPT, better than literally any computer you can think of. Your brain is more powerful than that computer. Imagine getting a cup of water and pouring water on the computer that's already advanced, the most powerful computer. You just pour water on it and make it go slower. It's like, why would you want to do that? Why would you want to slow down something that's already advanced? When you smoke weed, that's all that does is slows it down. Now, y'all can say what you want, comment and go down below. Comment, oh, that's not for me. I'm different. I'm okay, bro, for sure. Well, where you at in your life right now? Just asking. And last but not least, bro, scrolling. This is a huge, huge, huge one, bro. And I only know that because, bro, we all suffer from it. We all do the same thing. I'm not saying here saying I'm perfect, twin. Bro, I be checking myself all the time. Like, nigga, you been on this phone for an hour. What has gotten done? Nothing. Nothing got done. Because social media literally pulls your attention. It's literally designed to get your attention so you don't do nothing else but scroll. They want you to do nothing but scroll. Scroll your life away. Which is why this is one of the biggest distractions, bro. Is because your life and your time is really valuable. You don't get that back. You get money back. You can get people back. You can get a lot of things back. But one thing you will never, ever, ever get back is time. And what takes the most time? Cuz, clubs, weed, scrolling. All these things take one big thing: no freedom. Now, the reason why you clicked on this video is because you want freedom. You want to unlock freedom. But if you focus on HUDs, clubs, if you do any of these things, that's probably why you have not unlocked it yet. Now, your brain, like I said, is the main foundation for unlocking freedom, because your brain is gonna be the one to say, all right, bro, I don't need to do this no more. Okay, cool, because you can watch this video, you can do two things. Either you're gonna watch this video, you're gonna go back to doing what you was doing before, or you're gonna watch this video and actually apply it to your real life and actually, you know what I'm saying, do these things. Because it's gonna take discipline, y'all, especially if you do this all the time. There's something called neural pathways in your brain. What is a neural pathway? A neural pathway is all this. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and highlight this. My bad, y'all, my camera died. But I was able to go ahead and draw this whole neural pathways thing so y'all can understand this. Now don't judge me, bro, but this is supposed to be your brain. I know y'all like this nigga Dev cannot draw, but bro, not too much. This is your brain, and all these blue dots inside of your brain is called neural pathways. What a neural pathway is pretty much all your bad habits, good habits, and pretty much everything that shapes who you are is instilled in your brain that connect. You feel me? That's another thing too. These all connect, which makes it so strong that it becomes your identity. Now, the goal is to change all these neural pathways to something more positive, which is what your goals actually are, which is waking up early, which is actually doing, you know what I'm saying, going to the gym. You've been talking about going to the gym for a minute, twin. You still ain't gone, but it's okay. We ain't gonna talk about it. Going to the gym, eating healthy, doing the things you're supposed to be doing every single day is how you develop good neural pathways. Now, I can't tell you how many bad versus good ones you have. I recommend you just identify all your habits and see, okay, are these good? Are these bad? Do these serve me? Do these not? And you'll be able to identify how many of these neural pathways are good and bad. So this is how to actually effectively change your neural pathways and create new ones. Now, every single time you do something, it always reinforces and make these neural pathways stronger. So now they get thicker. There's more. You know what I'm saying? Every single time you do something, it gets stronger and stronger and stronger until it takes up your entire brain, and now it's your identity. So how do you break the old neural pathways and make new ones? You're gonna have to start doing more of different things. Stop doing things your brain craves, because once your neural pathways become strong enough, your brain wants more of it, especially if there's dopamine involved. Nigga, your brain gonna literally be fiending for these neural pathways. But in order for you to change that, you're gonna have to fight past your brain and control your mind. because it all starts in your mind. Unlocking freedom starts with your mind. You have to control your mind, and you have to actually do the things you know you're supposed to do, even if you don't feel like it. All these neural pathways will begin to disappear, you know what I'm saying? And new ones will begin to rebuild itself. Now, the goal is to get rid of old habits first. Once you get rid of all those bad habits, y'all, you will have a clear mind. This is when you have a clear mind. This is not a foggy mind. This is not a mind full of clutter. This is a clear mind. And this right here is where the magic happens, because now you can create and build new neural pathways. You can actually start and taking information. That's when you start watching podcasts and videos like these, when you have a clear mind. If your mind is foggy, whether it's through weed, or I keep saying weed, but anything that I put on the distractions list before, if you do any of those things, your mind may be cloggy, bro. If you drink all the time, if you smoke all the time, if you sleep in all the time, if you always working, if you're always got drama, stress and stuff going on, your mind is cloggy. But the more you strip off your mind, such as talking to the hubs, going to the club, doing these things that you know you're not supposed to be doing, you will begin to have a clear mind. Now, once you have a clear mind, you are now going to start building new neural pathways or start adopting new habits. Okay, now this is the gym. Okay, this is eating healthy. All right, bet. This is waking up early. This is reading books. This right now is going to nature. This is putting yourself first. This is cutting off old bad friends, cutting off old bad habits, accomplishing your goals. Like, these are all new neural pathways going to develop your new mind, which is going to ultimately help you. If you stayed this long, bro, I'm super duper proud of you, family. Like, I don't think you understand how proud I am of y'all, because you guys are starting to get it. So let's put you back on this mountain. Now, let's say you do the work and you do what you're supposed to do. You change the whole paradigm of your mind. And now when you look at this drop, it no longer scares you as much. It is now kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like exciting in a way. Like, okay, I'm no longer afraid. You know why? Because one, God got you. I don't know what you guys believe in, if you're Christian, if you're spiritual, if you are Muslim. It don't matter, family. There's a higher power that's watching over you. And if you believe in that higher power, you will jump, because you know your higher power will catch you. That's why I jump. God told me to jump and he caught me every single time. That's why I said in the beginning, one of the things that you'll realize is down here is faith, because you will gain faith in your creator even more, because you'll realize how much your creator loves you. You'll realize how exciting this is. You'll be like, okay, cool. I have new neural pathways in my mind. I developed good habits. I took out all the things holding me back. My God loves me so much that he will never let me go through nothing terrible. And you know exactly what you want to get. So then now you decide to jump, unlocking freedom. By jumping, taking that leap of faith. Let's write that on the board too. We cannot forget what this whole thing is. Say it with me, y'all. Leap of faith.